Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special, very romantic episode of RPGeeks. I'm expecting love, like true love's first kiss, just like beautiful romances, and everything's just really lovely and wholesome. But unfortunately, we did invite Naomi to GM, so
brutalized so early.
So I'm sorry. I know this is just there's a lot of being mean to Naomi. Hopefully, you all saw the poster, which I think really encapsulates what we're going for, which is Naomi's head
I was very
on
impressed.
a sexy naked man's body. It is Paranoia. It is Valentine's Paranoia. And that's why we have so many lovely guests today. So we're going to find out who everyone is, starting with the RP Geeks and then going round. Hello there. My name is Shamini. I use she, her pronouns. And I've got slightly glammed up in my blue eyeshadow and my red lipstick for today. I need more lipstick. I'm going to go put more lipstick on. Fiona.
Oh, hello everyone. Hello, my name is Fiona, she, her pronouns. I'm a white woman with sort of mid-length browny blondie hair wearing a black t-shirt with some white writing on. And I'm currently in some sort of chocolate factory that have just spilled all over the thing because I'm not sat at my desk. But that's very exciting. Yeah, very excited. This is the first time I'm actually playing Naomi's Paranoia. I've introduced it several times at various live shows. I can't wait to survive to the end. That I just come back and everyone seems to be very happy. So I'm excellent. So
and find true love, yeah.
Yeah, find. Oh yes, that was true. Yeah. Win. And find true love. Those are my two goals. I'm going to pass it over to Liv, if that's okay.
Sure, absolutely. Hi, I am Liv Kennedy. I'm currently wearing a wig, and my hair is shorter than this. But I am a mixed race woman with brown skin and brown eyes, and I'm wearing a little bit of makeup. Yeah, I'm super excited to be here. Thanks for having me. I love some killer romance. Emily.
Emily's not here.
Emily's not the producer.
No one here.
Khalil is what I mean. I meant that's how I pronounce Emily. Thank you so much for calling me.
Secretly here.
Sorry, Arabic needs a little bit of work, but
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Everyone, hello there. My name is Khalil Thirlaway. My pronouns are he, him. I'm a mixed white Arab man with dark stubble and probably the shortest hair here. I could not find a wig in time. I cannot wait to, I'm sure, succeed in love.
Hi, I'm Naomi, and I will be running this madcap situation. And I am wearing my sick pearls to really show off the vibe today. And I'm coming here supporting the RP Geeks, which are Maddy and James. Maddy.
Hello. Yes, I am Maddy. My pronouns are they, them. I am a white non-binary person wearing a bandana and a very loud shirt because that was the vibe that I wanted to go for today. You can find me across the internet at Maddy as Abstract and over on Realms of Peril and Glory, as you can with James.
Yes, lovely. Hello, I'm James Barbarrosa, he, him. I'm tonight's white beardy guy. I'm wearing a red waistcoat.
Representation.
And tonight I will be drinking... Oh, representation. Got to get it. And tonight I'll be drinking a Calamocho, which is red wine and Coca-Cola.
Sounds
Try
nice.
it yourself. It does something interesting to the red wine.
I love that.
That's
And
really
hello.
interesting to me.
I'm Rachel. You can usually find me over at Science and Sorcery. My pronouns are she or they. And I'm wearing a really cool shirt because it's got crabs and love hearts on it for Valentine's Day.
Perfect.
The two things you want for Valentine's Day.
Yes, exactly. Nothing says I'm a true romantic more than crabs. I am a brown-skinned black woman with dreadlocks, and I thought I would do my makeup kind of comically pink and femme because Valentine's Day.
Right.
But I actually think I look kind of hot, so I'm having
No, it just
a lot
looks
of
really
gender
good.
confusion. So that's me tonight.
Sorry, yeah.
So sorry to burst your bubble. You just look really nice, so I don't.
Yes.
So with that done, we are going to dive straight into today's cutthroat game. I will hand over to our wonderful Fate Weaver, GM,
Friend
computer, Naomi Clarke.
Hello, everyone. Tonight I shall be playing the part of Friend Computer. It has been a wonderful year in 247ZD. Last year was also 247ZD, and next year will probably also be 247ZD. Here today in Alpha Complex. Unfortunately, there has been kind of a lack of drama in Alpha Complex as of late. And Friend Computer has got into The Bachelor quite extremely, I think, actually. And so today I'm not just Friend Computer, but I'm also playing The Bachelor because my gift to myself this Valentine's Day is to make everybody be nice to me.
Get it?
So today we're gonna start our beautiful Bachelorette experience. Emily, can you throw me onto a new screen, s'il vous plaît?
What's this?
No.
What?
I've been reliably told Emily's not here. Okay.
It's just Friend
Emily's
Computer
like
just doing
another
it back and
AI.
forth.
Don't worry about it.
I didn't come on the stream to get gaslit.
So I have 3 contestants here today, and as any of you would know, we have our beautiful contestants here. You can see them, voila. And it's just a wonderful day to find the love of your life. So we wake up in the morning. The thing about being an Alpha Complex is you start at the bottom. So you wake up on your beds, sheets, no pillows, and you go and you have your slightly flavored slop of the morning. And when you get to the breakfast table, there is an envelope waiting for you with an elaborate red wax stamp with a large love heart and sort of, you would say it would be like script with your name on it, except I don't think Friend Computer knows your names or believes you have any. So it just says, to you, and each of you has one right by your breakfast.
Well, I'll eagerly go and rip it open. I'm very excited. All I ever get is junk mail, so I'm very excited. And this
what is the other piece of junk mail that you also have from this morning?
I get one that says winner prize draw $1,000, but it feels like it's been recycled quite a bit, and then various names have been scratched out. If anything, I might have put it there myself in to make sure I get mailed every day. So yeah, that's what you get for Fiona.
And Maddy and Rachel, what are you going to do?
I think I am going to be somewhat suspicious because sometimes Friend Computer likes to do sort of tests and seems to intimate that she wants us to do something, and then in fact that's the last thing that we should do. So I am going to kind of reach out for the envelope and then kind of pause for a second, look up, look around, and then if I don't hear any blaring sirens, I'm going to cautiously open the letter.
And I'm feeling pretty feral. I just had my breakfast slop. So I'm going to sniff the envelope, see if there's anything food-like about it. Maybe carefully peel off the wax seal, give it a kind of hesitant bite, see if there's a baby bell inside. There's no baby bell. So now I'm going to look for money inside the envelope.
And there is something kind of special about your relationship with Friend Computer, and that is the large amount of CCTV. And the lack of joy, actually, on your faces, Maddy and Rachel. It's really getting to Friend Computer already. And you hear her come over the tannoy. Bing bong! Welcome, contestants. It's another beautiful day in Alpha Complex. And today, I'm ready to find love. And a swath of red rose petals fall from the ceiling, right in your slop, everywhere. They're just fucking everywhere. And as the petals fall, there is it's almost like your vision is blocked. There's so many. And when the falling ceases, you realize that this is no longer your breakfast room. This is actually a small Italian terrace, somewhere you want to say like in Ohio, that has been repaved and like the walls been painted, and you see a coral of small robots who've all been dressed in little tuxes who are aggressively shoving a large breakfast table like into a hole in the wall, and there's a little guy with with like shovels for hands who's desperately trying to like clean up the rose petals. And Frank Computer says, "Are you ready to find love, contestants?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely. And $1,000.
It's at that moment, Maddy, that you feel that maybe your enthusiasm was not really what Friend Computer was looking for. Friend Computer looks to her own diary camera and says, I'm looking for someone confident who knows what they want. And a large laser comes out of the ceiling and just vaporizes Maddy immediately. just absolutely atoms. And the little robot comes over and he's like, and like scoots you into the pan with the rose petals. It is that moment that you see a door open on this beautiful Italian terrace. It's definitely in Ohio. Are we ready for our next contestant? We are. We actually have Kaylee S. from Alabama. Kaylee, here you come. Nope, not Kaylee. Next one.
Well, Daddy, I don't care if there's all those penguins covered in tar. It's ruining my reputation, and I'm gonna lose my sponsorship. Oh, gotta go, Daddy. I'm on TV.
This is Kaylee S. from Alabama, and Kaylee, what is it that you do?
Well, I like the surf lifestyle. I know Alabama doesn't have an extensive coastline or much in the way of breaks, but I don't really know how to surf per se. But
Okay.
I like the culture. I'm a surf influencer.
Great. You come in to this room and there's this is the cocktail hour party. And there's like little drinks and shit.
I'm wearing my fanciest board shorts.
You're wearing your fanciest board shorts. Please describe your fanciest board shorts for me.
Diamante on diamante on diamante.
Good God.
That feels like a dream
They
that I
are
once
very heavy. That drawstring is doing work.
That string is cinched, baby. Fab, you come into the room, and it's at that moment that the doors to the outside, which is a hastily painted screen, and in walks Friend Computer, large television head,
Oh my God.
the body of a man, unsettling. Shamini like had it on the money.
Even more handsome in real life.
And you notice the Friend Computer has a rose in her hand. And she goes, tonight, I'm looking for the one to spend the rest of my life with, which as an AI is quite a long time.
That's pretty cool. Friend Computer, this new place is really nice. I know Kaylee said she does like the water stuff. I love water too. Is there like a pool? And will there be like snacks and kind of, what are the facilities really in this little place?
Are you asking Naomi or are you asking Friend Computer?
I'm asking Friend Computer directly.
Go. Okay. Friend Computer's like, of course, how silly of me. And as you're standing there, Fiona, where are you at this moment?
I don't think I've moved from the seat, but presumably everything else is... Yeah, so I'm just there with my, letter out and also my prize draw junk mail as well, just in awe.
There is, in fact, a pool that opens immediately in the floor. Just like... unfortunately, it is full of acid. Because
love
Friend
acid.
Computer's, understanding
What sort of acid?
Hydrochloric.
Nice.
Yes.
Not
Rachel,
surgic.
you are dropped immediately into a vat of acid and just completely liquidized. No rose for you today. I'm so sorry.
I'd do anything for love. Goodbye.
Beautiful, thank you.
You know what? She deserved it. She didn't consider that water and robotics do not mix.
You're so right.
I'm always thinking of your needs, Friend Computer.
Friend Computer gives you a look that says, okay, I'm about it. The door opens in the wall and another contestant is served out. And I believe this is Anna Lele from Denver. Is that how you pronounce it? No, I'm one ahead. I apologize. This is Charity from West Virginia.
Hi, I'm Charity from West Virginia. Hi. Yeah, you pronounce it Charity, actually. Yeah, not Annalie, but it's fine. It's fine. It's lovely.
Sorry, I must have got my note cards like.
It's okay. It's okay. I think you're doing a great job out here. Yeah, my name's Charity. And I'm super delighted to be here on such a huge platform. Because I'm excited to talk to you about my latest obsession.
What
Is it
your latest
charity?
obsession?
No, it's apart from Friend Computer, it is Love Milk.
Love Mill?
Love Milk. Now here's the thing. I can get you in right away, Love Computer, and you can be on a few levels down below me, and you can sell the Love Milk, and then it'll kind of spread out from there, and eventually you can work your way up the ladder like me. But I just think that this is a kind of like a great way to start off a relationship, you know, bonding through shared labor and kind of like making our way up the business ladder.
Okay. So what you're offering?
Yeah.
Sorry, did you
Love
say
Milk.
it would be like below you in the hierarchy? Is that what you said?
I did say that, and I stick to it.
With me, you can always be on top.
You have to work your way there, sweetie. You have to. Sweetie, you have to
I'm
work your
gonna
way
kill Khalil just because I think that he's getting too mouthy. No. Khalil, I'm afraid you have been vaporized.
Oh, that is fine.
Listen, it's not you, it's me. And this laser that I have. So yeah, listen, Fiona and Liv, Charity.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm really looking for is someone that shares my interests. So like, what are your interests? What are you into?
Well, that is fascinating. I stand up at this point. So ultimately, I'm fascinating lots of things. Me, Fiona, the person. I love TTRPGs. I love podcasting. I love Iowa specifically, but also Ohio. I can
You
be,
see a large hook come out of the wall and just like pull you off stage for being too meta.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. Well, that means we have a bit more time to spend together with Friend Computer, and I'm really excited about that. I bring out 2 glasses of wine, but then not wine, it's Love Milk.
Okay. Okay, so just like for the audience, I said in this prompt, it's like choose a product, any product you like. And Liv, your first choice was Love Milk. Just so we're clear, like that was like the first.
Yeah.
Cool,
Nothing.
chill, no
it was
doubt.
never a question.
What a stupid thing for me to think. Okay, a door opens, and we see our next contestant standing. This is Annalie from Denver, I believe, if my notes are in the right order.
Anna Leahy.
Anna Leahy.
Yeah, we pronounce it Anna Leahy. Anna
Wow.
Leahy. Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Am I singing again? Sometimes it's just like, it comes as naturally to me as talking does.
You're
Hi.
breathy.
I'm not breathy. That's a new technique that I've developed.
Okay. Would you like some Love Milk?
I would like, yes, I would love some. Is it good for the throat, for the singing, for the...
It's good for whatever you need it to be good for. And I hand one over to Friend Computer, and I presume there's no hand to take it, so I just like let it fall to the ground.
Yeah, it's just like an empty sort of claw.
Okay, cool.
It smashes on the ground, and a little robot comes over and he's like, and just takes it away.
Thank you.
There is a sort of a moment with you standing by sort of like by the railing with Friend Computer, and Friend Computer's just like, can I steal you for a sec, Charity?
I would love to.
Wow.
I hold the air as if it's a hand or your claw.
Yeah, thank you. Do you want kids?
See, I've been thinking about it, and because I'm gonna be a really big business bitch, I'm not sure if I'll have time for kids, but it all really depends on what you want to do.
Friend computer is she sort of touches your hand and
How cold.
you get a small electric jolt as you're plugged into the AI briefly, and you see the sort of like mind map of thousands and thousands of robots with like blade arms and fucking screwdrivers for hands and shit. And she's like, I just, family's really important to me.
Yeah, family's really important to you.
Roll for me?
Yeah, absolutely.
2d6.
2d6.
First roll of the game. I forgot this was an RPG. Don't worry about it.
So did I. I was like, there are dice. There are dice. Right?
Oh, I literally got double sixes. I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's great. It's
Cool,
great.
cool.
Full success.
God damn it.
Whether you feel perturbed or not, you don't let it show. In fact, friend computer kind of feels herself reflected in your eyes in this moment.
I love that. Everything I just saw that was forcibly put into my mind, it's almost like I was looking in a mirror of my mind.
And friend computer goes to hand you the first impression rose, which, that's beautiful. It's very important. It's like one step closer. But that moment, a door opens behind you. I believe this is Kaylee C from Georgia.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Kaylee!
Pleasure to meet you, friend computer. You look like a woman who appreciates power, and I can tell you, if you get with me, maybe we can marry some power together, Not saying legal or illegal, but power,
Friend computer spins. That first impression rose, it's gone. It's just out of your fucking... It's out of your hand before you can sort of say boo. And friend computer sort of comes to you slowly, and she's like, talk to me. What's going on?
Well, I think we should maybe get to know each other a little better. I can take you for a ride. I happen to have a limo out back. Just don't check the trunk. Don't check the trunk. You don't need to check the trunk. It's all gravy in the trunk, okay? Nobody's in there. Nothing's in there. It's all good.
Oh, do you smell this? Do you smell / sell love gravy? Is that why it's in the trunk?
Love gravy? Why, yes, I do. But it's very light sensitive. So if you open that trunk, it goes bad immediately.
Mm-hmm. That's always the way. I start pouring some more love milk. Blah, blah, blah.
You see the door. There's a large circular door with like LEDs and shit that goes and opens, and it opens onto a courtyard. There's a set of scientists holding string instruments. They're not playing the string instruments. That's clearly being piped in, but they're just holding the bows and like, I guess. And you notice that they are chained to the floor to play these instruments. And the limo pulls up. And the door opens for all of you to get in. Where would you like to go in this moment?
Annaleigh like checking out the acoustics in the limo, which like in the small space is quite echoing. So she's just kind of blasting in people's ears.
Good. Have you immediately taken control of the orcs? Is that what's happening?
I was actually going to sing to these lovely this orchestra that you provided for me, seeing my amazing musical talent. I was just making up a little ditty like, oh, if you want a love that never ends, if you're not looking for a friend, maybe this computer, she's much cuter than anyone else. You should date me because I'm a musical star.
I would like you to roll.
For musical
I am going to give you a +2.
Talent. Oh, because you liked my song?
Because your type is musical.
Do I add them together?
Yes, please.
plus with 7.
7 is a mixed success. 7's pretty good. There is definitely something that is very charming about what you're doing.
Right there, right? Like,
Yeah.
Charity, you're like, it's there.
No,
Yeah.
you have friend computers full attention.
Oh.
Unfortunately, there is like some sort of percussion happening behind you. That's kind of distracting.
Kind of
In fact, you think it
throwing
might
my
be
rhythm
coming
off.
from the car, actually.
Shut up. I'm gonna like elbow the car, just like bang. It's just putting me off. But I have amazing focus and concentration. Like, if I was on a stage and the audience were making a noise, I would be able to pull it off.
Can I lean into Analehi, and just whisper like, "Hey, Analehi, hey, so you sound like and look like and just come across like you are from money. Do you want to have like kind of a side gig apart from your musical career? Like, is that something you want?
Would you like a celebrity, like a Broadway star maybe, to like promote
Like an
Love Milk?
influencer? Oh my goodness, I think that could really work out well. Except you would have to work your way from the bottom rung, and I would be up a few levels. But you would still be an influencer, and I think it could be really exciting. And I can probably I'm one step away from Alexis.
There is this shot, and it's kind of a deep focus shot, so we can see you guys kikiing about this, and you're like, oh my god, next level. And just in the background, we can just see a friend computer standing with the rose and a thing of wine. Like, this bit, the MLM is not going to go well. You realize at that moment the gentleman who's playing the cello looks at you, lifts the cello, and then out the bottom of it comes a laser where the spike would be. Straight through the love milk. Straight through the milk, straight through the love. It's all over.
Milk, and then I'm like, what's the point? And I leave. And
yeah, it's not good. A little robot.
You say goodbye and I say cello. That's what I always say.
Hey, bow.
Yeah. And with that, I'm happy. I die happy. Thank you. Farewell.
There is a beautiful moment with the music playing in the background, and I think that friend computer turns to you and your limo trunk and says, she puts a claw on it, clunk, and says, I just don't want there to be any secrets between us,
All right. I can see that you're expecting some honesty from me, and perhaps I'd better come clean. My deep dark secret is that, why, you're the most beautiful person I ever seen.
I would like you to roll. I will give you a +2 for your cello joke.
That is 8 + 2. That's a 10.
Sold. Lied to friend computer's face. No consequences.
Incredible. Wherever we're going, could we go on flat ground? The limo is a little back heavy with the love milk or whatever I said.
I believe it was love gravy specifically.
Love gravy, that's the one.
Can I make sure? Is there a way that I can make sure we go on the bumpiest route so I can?
Oh yeah, for sure. If you wanna take over, you are gonna need to roll like some sort of tech roll or driving vehicles.
Yeah, those things that I'm skilled in. 5. That was a 5.
Yeah. You are like, you know what? Actually, there is a tunnel down here that I know is unfinished.
Yeah.
And I know that is going to be really like bumpy and uncomfortable. And you start driving, so you take the turn. You hear the gudunk, gudunk, gudunk in the trunk as the back slides heavily. And it's just unfortunate that when you were like, this isn't finished, you didn't think, this isn't finished, I wonder if there's an exit. And so at full speed, just like it's a musical pancake. Is there anything you'd like to say before you become two-dimensional?
I think I'd like to sing my final dying note, you know, a la Fontaine. But probably I see the war coming. I think this is my last chance. Take like a little deep breath, and then before I can get out a squeak, it's gone.
Beautiful. You will not be getting the final rose tonight, unfortunately. We exit the car, and waiting for us is another contestant. And I believe this is Hannah B. From the Seven Seas, which I don't think is a state, but like. No problems.
I'm Hannah B. It's lovely to meet you.
Gets me every time.
I'll be.
And it's almost prophetic, actually, because you've now reached the international travel part of the date, and there is a large gondola waiting for you inside a sort of water-filled glass chamber. Because the chamber is see-through, you can also see that there seems to be something moving in the water. But there is a little hat and a little stick, and a little striped vest. Sorry. Emily just wrote, "We're in the Hannah portion of the date," which is very good. Thank you. Unfortunately, I couldn't keep a straight face. Hannah, you see this laid out before you, and there's one last moment for you. Me just checking. Kaylee C. I gave you all such stupid names, and I'm like, fuck, James. Kaylee C. You have one last moment with the limo before you leave it behind. Is there anything you'd like to do before you leave?
Oh my goodness. I cannot believe that Anna Leahy brought a body and hid it under the seat, and it is now revealed for the world to see. This is terrible. You know, but, you know, thank goodness that you're a discerning woman and you make the right choices.
I think that there is a moment between you and Friend Computer. Friend Computer, you know, it's not about the body. You know, it's not about the fact that you killed someone. Like, sometimes a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. And if that means a large number of corpses, then that's just, you know, sometimes that's who you are. But it is about the lying, you know? Like, it's about the betrayal. And
I simply didn't want to trouble you with the reality that I killed the last person I heard disrespecting you, and I thought that it might ease your mind to have that person removed and not hear about it.
All right, James, roll me a dice. I'll give you a +1 because it was a good last-ditch effort.
I'm gonna be hot pink mist in a minute. I mean 10.
Shit.
9 + 1.
She gives you a look, and we have one of those like cut shots where it sort of goes between you and I, and then there's the sort of like drag race sting where it's like, you know, that sort of awkward like rattle noise that they use.
Yeah.
And the tension is heavy in the room right now. You are alive, which is honestly a miracle. And Friend Computer offers you a large metallic claw to step into the Venetian gondola, which is currently being, I believe, captained by Hannah at this time.
Yes, I'm an expert in all vehicles water-based, so I am going to take the helm of this fine vessel.
Damn, I can't compete with that.
And you got to see me whisk hand is perfect for using a pole. They ran out of hook hands at the store, so I was left with me whisk hand.
I'm very good at baking, I am. Whisk hand, Hannah. Can you roll me just some sort of vehicles check? I'll give you a +2 because you are, in fact, a pirate, I believe.
Excellent. That's a 7.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 7 on the dice. +2 is
9.
9.
Way maths. We're all doing great. It's a mixed success. So, but you do get this vehicle moving. You are not sure if it's mechanical or if it's literally just that Friend Computer had an entire fake gondola made overnight and put into some kind of underground radioactive sewer. You are feeling a little bit unwell. Whatever's in the water, the radioactive juices, the chemicals, they are starting to waft, and you're not moving quite quickly enough to get away from them. It just makes you feel kind of unsettled more than anything else.
Is it all right if I kind of speed this up a bit? I know that it's more romantic to kind of take your time with these sorts of things, but is it okay if I just sort of speed us along?
Friend Computer looks at you and says, "What do you think is better for a romantic evening?"
Well, I think that a few bottles of rum go a long way to making an evening romantic, if you know what I mean.
Can you just roll me roll me at 2 dice?
Yep.
I am gonna take -2 because I believe I gave you the tag "Everything makes you seasick," and you're on a boat.
Yes. That is definitely a failure.
Cool. You go to grab a bottle of rum, and you realize that the bottle is empty. There may have been a slow leak in it. In fact, you feel like you had it full when you got onto the boat, but it now seems to be strangely empty. And when you look down, you realize that that it's leaked in the bottom of the boat, which would be fine, you know. But getting anything that's close to rum in Alpha Complex is quite difficult. And as you watch it sloshing in the bottom of the boat, you just start to feel sicker and sicker and sicker. And you go to lean over the side, at which point a large beaked face with many little grabby hands just grabs you by the face and pulls you straight over the side and into the water. Any last words before you disappear into the deeps?
You are me hearties.
Thank you very much.
Seems like Hannah's sleeping with the fishes.
I didn't know that James was going to be so powerful at this.
Whenever you feel like just disintegrating me, I
Oh
won't.
no, your
be
time is
offended, 'cause
coming. Don't worry, baby.
Good.
Don't worry. I'm
I
going to
can't keep a
drive this
Georgian
boat,
accent
please.
for long.
Can you roll to drive boat, please?
Okay. That's a 6.
Cool. In the stern of this gondola, there's like, at the back they have that sort of sweeping arch with the sort of feathered edge on it. It's something sort of slides out, and you realize it's a door, and it pops open, and in walks another contestant. And I believe this is Hannah G, just because we are in the Hannah portion, as Emily is reminding me. Hannah.
G'day, mate. I'm Hannah G from Tennessee, and I'm ready for a digital lover, whether that means fingers or doing bits.
Thank you. Stunning. Unfortunately for all of us, our sweet friend James Mobster has unfortunately
That's
just
me,
failed.
James Mobster.
James
That's my
Mobster.
character name. I remember.
I can see someone in the chat saying Naomi, please, and I'm like, you're gonna have to be more specific. A lot of crimes are being, just Naomi, please is not gonna do it. And your driving of this boat has not gone as well as you would have liked. And it starts to tilt. It's at that moment that Hannah G, there we go, you see something moving in the water. And
Oh my god.
there's something strangely beautiful about it to you. It's large, it's scaled, it has a really high bite force, but not a really high like open mouth force. You feel?
My, well, I didn't know such specimens swam in these waters. Apart from you, Sheila.
I think Friend Computer is like torn between just like agony from being called Sheila when her name is Khalil, Friend Computer, but understanding that this is a very cultural joke, and respect. Friend Computer pulls out the rose towards you, and just in the background, we just see Mobster James sliding sideways into the water, trying to hold on to the boat. Just you know, he's okay. He's okay. He's just in the water a little bit. It's fine. There is something large and scaly swimming towards him.
I knew I shouldn't have worn my concrete shoes.
Looks like that croc's about to get a good meal.
Rachel, land it. Land it. You got this. Land it.
How'd you like me to put hands upon the beast, or would you like to just put another shrimp on the barbie? Two accents.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good, babe. Fuck. It's really getting me. Okay. Stunning. Friend Computer looks at you and she puts a hefty sword claw on your arm and says, I just love someone who can take control.
I love to take control, especially of a long, scaly beast, and exert my power to clamp the jaw in order to subdue and explore its body.
A roll. I don't know what for, but I think you should. I think you've earned one.
Yeah. Do I get any plus anything? No.
Convince me. You convinced me you deserve one, babes.
I am Australian. So no, never mind. It's a 6. It's a 6. Yeah.
I will give you a success, but you have to get into the water and start wrestling. If you stay on the boat, it's gonzo. So that's my available option.
All right, and here we have the Friend Computer's resident crocodile, and if you take a closer look, you can see it's very well fed and very happy. Now, because it's been well fed, I can quite confidently just take the crook of my elbow and that's right, get right around there and make this buddy my best friend. Friend Computer, how'd you like them apples?
Friend Computer likes those apples pretty good, actually. This is a show of like visceral strength. Friend Computer now sort of slides her eyes towards you, James, while you're standing, I want to say now probably about chest deep in radioactive water. Is there anything you'd like to do at this moment?
I would like to find a similarly sized crocodile and attempt to perform some competing wrestling to try and reassert myself, because I feel I'm losing ground here.
I think you might be, but I feel like a roll could maybe save you. Unfortunately, there is the equivalent animal that you're able to get your hands on. It's a lot smaller. Like, it doesn't have the heft of the crocodile that other Hannah has. But it does have like 8 more arms, which is kind of impressive. And each of those arms has like 7 or 8 little wiggly digits on the end.
Well, this is more a show of technique than sheer force, so I can go for that, I suppose.
Uh-huh.
8.
8 is a mixed success. There is a moment you are grabbing onto this beast, and this beast is grabbing back, and you really are like you're pinning it down, but the problem is comparison is the thief of joy in this moment. And friend computer standing on a slowly sinking boat. Obviously for her, it's a little bit less of a problem because there are a large number of like nanobot particles that are keeping her out of the water as a piece of electronic. You're not really measuring up to what's going on with the crocodile.
No, you don't understand. I'm doing something for you, so you'll do something for me. I call it a little squid pro quo.
The animal that you have, its little squiggly fingers start to lengthen.
Oh,
and
that's not a squid.
and it's not just that they're wriggling, it's like they're starting to like move a bit like this, and they start puncturing various parts of your body.
Ow.
As they just sort of squiggle their way into you.
Oh.
And you feel a deep unsettling, not unlike the first time that Joey Fantano gave you a gun. And you are ripped apart into many tiny little chunky little pieces.
I was gonna make you an offer you couldn't refuse. So I did my best, okay? I don't know.
You did really well. I'm honestly impressed you lasted so far. There is a moment where friend computer looks at you holding this large crocodile. What are you gonna do to? Are you gonna keep the crocodile with you as we come up to the bank here? What you are looking upon is this is kind of. So the way that the Bachelor works is after the internationals part, there's something called hometowns. And obviously for you as sort of a lower clone, hometown is just a large tank. Just a large set of fluids and some sad little bunk beds.
Brings me right back.
Yeah. But there are also, it's also like a farm setup. So a farmhouse has been put here. And there's 2 horses standing tied up on the beach here.
Yeah, I would like to bring a crocodile with me and just kind of out of nowhere, just kind of hitch it to a post like a horse, and then give it a little cowboy hat to for my love of my hometown, Tennessee.
I love that. I'm really about this little cowboy hat. What is this crocodile called, just so that I know, as Naomi?
The crocodile is called A Bit of Me.
Ah, very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
In one of these pods, there's sort of a schlooping sound, and dropped in is Hannah Z from Illinois. I believe. And the door opens and the fluid drains and you step out. You're obviously wearing some sort of overpriced gown made by the hands of children. And you walk out.
Oh, hi there. My name is Hanagzi. I'm not like the other Hannahs. I'm misspelled.
Emily is creasing in the background of this call, and feeling very responsible that it's not spelled Hannah Z. But I honestly am really about Hannah.
My parents called me Hannah.
Into it.
My parents from Peoria, a small town in Illinois, and I know, friend computer, you've had to deal with a whole parade of people clowning and tripping over themselves and not really seeing you for who you are. And I'm not like those other girls just because I'm just a girl. I'm just normal. And
wow.
Just next to someone as extraordinary as you and as weird as her, I think I stand out.
Now, hold right on, Miss Haneg. I was having some private time with my friend Computer. And you think you can just roll into town like the newest tumbleweed on the prairie? And,
I didn't
take
roll, I
over?
slooped.
Well, I think I can tell from the liquids you have left across the cabin floor. But excuse me, I'm trying to put a shrimp on the barbie with friend Computer. So if you could take a step back and crack yourself a can of Foster's, then we can have our private time.
As you say shrimp, you hear a slight kind of like crackle from underneath my gown, but I just kind of I'm trying to keep it together.
You stretching? You want to wrestle?
I don't really tend to fight. I'm really here to, you know, make friends with our friend.
Mm-hmm. Well, why don't you show him what you got, and then I'll see.
There is a small moment where you're standing on this beach. There's these horses tied up, and obviously a bit of me, who is the crocodile in a little cowboy hat. And you see another horse come strolling in. And on this horse is another friend of ours, and this is Texas from Arkansas.
Hi! And you just see this lady, like blonde hair on a horse, long legs, but then as she gets off, she's on tiptoes the whole time. Hi there! Oh, hello! Hi, I'm Texas. Hi!
Haneg, charmed.
Hi!
Hello,
As it calls you.
We cut from here. There's a sort of romantic sunset, a horse ride. It's very like sort of sanitized yet lovely. None of the horses pee or poop at any time. It's all very well controlled. And they pull up to this farmhouse, and standing on the porch, friend Computer says, "Now, I said that my family is very important to me, and so I need someone who values family the same way that I do. So welcome to my hometown date." And she opens the door, and behind there is like a lab filled with like just hundreds of robots with like fucking like knives and drills and like all that's happening. But in the middle is a perfectly laid Thanksgiving dinner table with the turkey and everything.
Oh my god, it's like a dream house, I say, going in.
I'm very familiar with this kind of environment. I come from a very large family. And
sorry.
we're very close.
Oh, like a hive mind?
Yeah, like a hive, like, you know, the beehive and it's a totally normal social thing.
Well, that's great. I love to cook. And friend Computer comes out in a little fucking pinny with a steaming you want to say like it seems like it's probably machine parts in pastry. And it is like giving a dull red where you know it's probably over 200 degrees Celsius. And she begins to spoon it out on a plate for each of you. What would you like to do?
Well, I go. Go for it.
Mm-mm.
I go and try to pick up the spoon, but because my hands are fused together, I can't pick it up. So I just make like noises, like as I sort of waft it. Oh, it smells great! I love it! Hooray!
Roll me some sort of deception type thing.
But how can I roll if I don't have fingers?
That's not my goddamn problem, Fiona.
Aww.
Figure it out.
All right. That's a 7 total.
Okay. There is a sort of a side effect that you're not 100% aware of at the time, which is that the plate is exceedingly hot. And as you go to scoop something up, you feel your little plastic fingies beginning to melt until you have sort of like, you know when it gets all stringy plastic? Like that is happening to you and the plate right now. Luckily, this is the kind of thing that doesn't kill a Barbie, but it doesn't feel good. You're enjoying it?
Love it.
And we see in the far background of the shop, just a series of robots with like hinged jaws going ka-junk, 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 and eating this down as happy as can be, because this is their delicious treat. Unfortunately, you are essentially human men and women, I guess. What's happening with our wrestler at this time?
All right, now here you can see a natural pocket of lava just contained within this lab. But my eyes are still on the turkey in its natural habitat. Now I think a piece of me wants a piece of that turkey. So let's go and unravel the fella and see what he gets up to. And I think at this point, Hannah has left the table, just kind of like doing her own like nature documentary thing, just slowly and gently feeding the crocodile some turkey.
Oh, really good. And what else have we got going on with Hanag?
So while while Texas is having her hands melted, and that's kind of drawing attention, I'm gonna be kind of gesticulating up here as as conversation is made to kind of draw attention up here. But in the meantime, you hear, if you're paying attention, you'll hear a slight rip as two smaller arms emerge from the side of my torso, and like pick up this gingerly pick up this bowl of hot whatever this is, and just like you would feed the dog under the table, kind of I'll try and pass it off to one of these hungry little robots, and then be like, delicious,
yummy, yummy.
All gone.
I love this. Can you roll me a feed the dog check, please?
Oof. Anyone who watches Science and Sorcery will know my luck on streams. That is a 3.
Wow. Really good. Is there anything you'd like to do before you are untimely killed?
I think as I'm trying to, with these, because these are new arms that have come out of my sides, and so much effort is spent on like trying to distract from my insectoid transformation, that I think these little arms, they pick up the hot bowl and it's too hot, and it's like and I just end up pouring it all over my torso, and like I just kind of get melted in the center by this superheated liquid.
And you were, just so that everything's clear from the audience, you were doing a Kafka and slowly turning into a large bug.
Yes. So you hear a soft hiss as like expanding air comes out of the joints in my carapace.
I thought you were going to go spiracles there. I was ready to lock the fuck in.
Oh, yeah. I got spiracles on every limb. Yeah.
I got spiracles out the wazoo, my guy. Beautiful. You spill the food on yourself, and it's not just the burning, it's the fact that you have attracted a little robot dog. Unfortunately, you are now wearing its food. And it's...
Hello, little guy.
That's the one. And with its sort of second pair of retractable jaws that come out of the first pair, it just like straight through the middle of you. And then you see a larger, sort of rounder-looking dog. He's too nervous to eat in front of the other robots. But he does lock his jaws around your arm and drag you offset into a little corner.
Which one of my arms? I have 4 now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say arm 3.
Okay, yeah. So, I just got that one. No.
Listen, it's all about growth, okay? Growths. And as you're sitting having this meal and watching someone being dragged off into the corner, there is a moment of calm where friend computer says, hey, I know that human relationships can be complicated. I myself just getting out of a very complicated relationship with a space death laser, and that's hurt me. And I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. So why did your ex leave you?
It's a really complicated story. I don't like to talk about it, but sometimes there are just two of you and you feel like maybe we could incorporate a third, but the third is then a stingray and unexpected things happen. So I suppose they left for a better place and so did I, but these things happen. I've moved on.
And are you still in contact with the stingray, or?
No, I think it was better to leave the chips fell where they fell. I'm sorry, I don't like to talk about this.
I'm sorry. I love to pry.
Crikey.
Rachel, you're serving so well, and I'm really enjoying it. And I know that it's absolute bullshit what I've given you, but you're doing so well, and I'm really having a great time.
Thank you so much.
And Bobby.
Texas is my actual name, but I'll go. You can call me whatever you like. Well, I'll be honest. I've only ever had like one other relationship, and we were together a very long time. And it's been difficult the last couple of years. I mean, if we're all sharing. I was married. Ken. And
there is that cut in the audio where it goes suddenly quiet, and there's the like, almost the SVU like dung dung, and we get reaction shots of all the robots looking at you like,
I know.
And the little robot that's slowly eating Khalil is also like mouth hangs open, bits of Khalil coming out of it.
If you want, I'll get out my little smartphone device, and I'll
your flip phone,
flip phone, and I'll use remaining or what's on my phone to try and show pictures of us together. So there we are, matching with our Malibu stuff. That's horse riding Barbie and Ken. That's our dream home. It was very lovely. And yeah, it was. I just don't look at the bar. That was taken a couple of months ago. And then we talked about the future and stuff. But we saw different things for different people. And
so that was like a couple of months ago.
Yeah, last month. Yeah.
Last month.
Well, okay. We listen, but we don't judge. So technically, we're going through a separation, an unconscious uncoupling, I believe is the term. And I'm still getting the paperwork through. I mean, Ken still has to sign it.
So
I'm just waiting on it.
You're still married?
Well, legally, but spiritually, no.
Well, let me show you an unconscious uncoupling.
Oh.
and the carving knife from the table is just like it's quite visceral. You've clearly hurt friend computer's feelings.
Just being honest. We listen, but we don't judge. I scream.
And you are turned into little Lego pieces. Very, very quickly. And you are unconscious and uncoupled at this time.
Ooh.
Thank you, Fiona.
All about the physical comedy.
Thank you. Also, did you change shirt for that?
Yes, of course I did.
It's just so that I was clear. I was like, wait a second. You're wearing a different outfit.
Now, friend computer, maybe that we're one-on-one, we can start thinking about rings.
Oh. Friend computer blushes and says, I'm and at that point the back door is kicked open, and unfortunately we are no longer alone. And I believe we have Emily.
Yeah, the door's absolutely kicked off its hinges.
Oh, stunning.
Yeah, and you hear.
Hello, Everett. Hello. It's me, Emily. I'm very excited to be here.
And I'm gonna kind of like scuttle over to you two
Oh,
and like
very
stand in
stunning.
between you two.
Hello. Hi.
I didn't realize you were going to be here.
Rachel, what's so good. Do you guys know each other?
Mm-mm.
Hannah. Or should I say Hanna?
Mm-mm.
Which stands for Party Australian Nano Nif Android.
I'm not Australian. I'm from Tennessee.
Of course you are, because that's what I programmed you to be.
Hannah whips her head around and the little hat she's wearing with little dangly corks on it, like sways really fast.
Hits you in the face.
Friend computer looks out the window at the lapping waves which are being made by a large robot with a paddle, and says, I fell in love with a robot.
I'm afraid so, friend computer. How do you feel? Betrayed? Me too.
Friend computer does feel betrayed, and she throws a look over her shoulder at you, Hannah. And she says it would just never work
Give me
between
a second
us.
to think about this while my audio has stopped working.
No.
That's fine. I've got a lot to say. Friend computer.
Yes.
I just want to make you aware, because I was watching live, because it's broadcast live. And I was watching, and I finally found my sweet little automaton here with you today, and I just wanted to let you know. I just thought it was unjust, and so I went through the application process, and it was very grueling.
It's incredibly
intense.
grueling, but very efficient. Incredibly fast.
Yes, the physical I was not expecting, but sure, yes, yeah. And now I'm here, and I just wanted you to, and I'm gonna just like be like, you know what, I'm gonna ask for your consent before I do this, Hannah. I just wanted to just kind of like just a little unscrew here, just a little unscrew.
No, who's better to be with a computer than an automaton? Think about it, friend computer.
Friend computer looks at you and she goes, it would just never work between us.
Never
Our
worked.
programming is
friend computer's shoulder.
incompatible.
Wouldn't work.
And in this sort of devastating moment for friend computer, you know, she was really vibing. She loved the little alligator with a hat, 10 out of 10.
That's mine.
And to realize that, you know, it was all made by somebody else, it's just, you know, it's really a mirror for friend computer at herself. And the whole house set collapses in response to her anguish.
Oh.
And the fridge falls on you, and just like nothing, just like, and Hannah is parts, I'm afraid.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I will immediately go and start like trying to like gather all of the parts. I'm just like, okay, I can reuse this. I can put this. Can somebody put this on ice? It's a real heart. That's right. I look into the camera. They had a real heart. And maybe you should just think about that next time you think an automaton is anything less than real. Am I here as a social experiment? Maybe. Maybe this was all a part of my plan. And maybe you should take a look in the mirror, turn off whatever you're watching on, see yourself reflected in it. Gather it up.
As you look up, the scenery has been changed.
Oh shit.
We're now in what would technically be called the fantasy suites era. And those of you who watch the program know that is the bit where everybody pretends they don't know about fucking and they've never heard of it before. But because I have no interest in doing that on this show, and none of you should be subjected to it, it will in fact be fantasy, as in the fantasy we all know and love, dragons, swords, magic. But before that, we're all going to take a break. And I'm going to pass over to darling Fiona, who I believe is doing our lore drop of the day, or as we call it, Not London Facts.
Weird. All right, hang on. I gotta get off the stream. I was watching as I was playing as well. Hi, everyone. So this is one thing we're doing with the new RPGeeks sort of thing. We're giving some lore drops and stuff. And, before I arrived, it was all this silly, like, pseudoscience, and, like, last week we did, there's some, okay, I might be fired after this one. And I've come in going like, well, I don't have a science degree, but what I do have is quite a lot of general knowledge. So I had a quick look about reality TV shows. So reality TV shows actually covers a wide spectrum of shows. The big thing is that any show that has it is just unscripted, continuously filming, but it might have an element, like a game show element. So we're thinking like, Great British Bake Off, Traitors, that sort of vibe. I went down a rabbit hole about TV shows that have been cancelled, a certain reality TV shows. So one of the most famous ones, which people might have heard of here, is called Eden, where they sent like a group of just normal people up to the Hebrides in Scotland for a whole year to sort of restart a new community and whatnot. And the show itself got cancelled after 4 episodes, but they didn't tell the contestants. So they were out there for a whole year.
It was fucking freezing.
And freezing, all that sort of thing. People were allowed to leave, and a lot of people did. But then the people at the end, when they sort of came out victorious, realised that no one knew they'd been gone. So that's probably one of the reasons why we have these HR. Look at the chat. Everyone's just absolutely what. So now there's lots of obviously HR stuff involved, which is pretty good. Other shows. So for example, Top Chef, which is like one of these big American shows where, again, we're trying to find out who's the best or whatever. So apparently, in 2010, Entertainment Weekly decided that, if the Top Chef judges couldn't decide which one would win, there was actually an unofficial 5th judge as a sort of like, could do a tiebreaker. And this person was a camera operator known as T-Bone. And T-Bone would shoot the dishes and then eat a bit afterwards as a tiebreaker. So that's where you get your information from. It's not a chef, just a random other person on set, which I just thought was brilliant. Really bring it down. Speaking of, baking. So Great British Baking Show. Did you know that in order to test all the ovens in the tent, the crew themselves prepares a dozen Victorian sponge mixes, and the runners have to bake all of them at the same time just to ensure that it all works. And so ideally you should get 12 Victoria sponges out at the end. So that's how they test to make sure all the ovens work. So when there's all that, oh, my oven isn't on, etc., the oven does work. So that's what I thought was quite interesting on
There
that
is
front.
some 16-year-old who's like, and now it's your job to run around and bake a cake. And they're like, what? I have a film degree.
Some cancelled TV shows, as I was mentioning. So there's one called Next. This is a dating show that aired on MTV from 2005 to 2008, and it featured single men and women going on blind dates, so nothing unusual there, with 5 different potential suitors. The only kicker would be that the bachelor, could end the date at any time by saying the word next. As you could imagine.
And the rest of the people were on a bus, just by the way. So the entire thing took place on a bus. And they had the most insane, like, intro screens. They were like, yeah, I'm David, and I love this, and I keep all my underwear in a box. And you're just like, why did you tell someone that?
They literally could be Go for it, Rachel.
After the date, they would go back on the bus and they would talk about the date, and it's like, you can't talk. You're flipping the power dynamic on its head. It was wild.
Speaking of other dating shows, there was one called Room Raiders, where basically it's in each episode, a single man or woman would raid the room of 3 blind dates, and some of them will find themselves in very awkward situations. And it's these episodes, it says here, hard to come by, but you can find them on YouTube. So you can imagine your potential date going around your room, discovering stuff, and then deciding whether they wanted to go on a date with you because of what is in your room. So,
in all fairness, it's essentially like the bit on Come Dine With Me, where for some reason you let 3 strangers just like rifle through your house, except that's the whole show.
A final sort of fact. We'll stick with sort of a romance theme. So Love Island. So we all know Love Island. It's a beautiful villa place. It's outfitted with 80 different cameras, including ones in the bathroom. But that footage isn't monitored, according to this article. There's no clocks. And the house is supplied with over 200 condoms. And then it says, which are replenished as needed. take from that what you will. It's nice that everyone is safe, I guess. But there you go. I just like the idea that, again, there's just like, we have a camera here. We're not going to use any of the footage, but it's in there just in case.
We just like to be able to look, and you're like, oh, that's fucked up.
There you go. So there's some random again, it's I think it's an interesting thing, this sort of the idea of reality TV shows, how we sort of like watch it, and then how do we make such things, and usually it is off the wall, like, what if X, like that idea of the next thing, and the room raiders, like Survivor itself, again, this idea of like you're on a desert island stuff. Apparently all those challenges, they have like a dream team that attempts the tasks first to see if they actually work. It's very similar to Taskmaster sort of thing. So they're not just out there being idiots, I guess, is the thing there. So I'm going to open it up to the rest of the call. Does anyone else have some cool like reality TV shows, like clips or like things that they remember or stuff? Yeah, I know Emily's looking at me like, I have it all.
Emily's not here.
Go Khalil. I've talked plenty.
A strong favourite of mine was Flavour of Love, which was a reality dating show where a bevy of women would compete for the hand of Flavor Flav of Public Enemy fame. The guy with the big clock. And at the end of every episode, instead of giving a rose to the selected contestants, he would hang a giant clock off their neck and say, "You know what time it is. You know what time it is." And then when you got to the end of that section and there would inevitably be at least one person going home, it would be, "You don't know what time it is." And I would always imagine that this person can't read a clock, and it just was very sad.
Flavor
Time blindness
Flav,
is real.
time literally, literacy. That was his only job.
Oh.
Doing a public service.
Yeah, for sure.
Could I also mention that there was I'm not sure if it was a spin-off of Next, or if it was just a very similar looking show, but it might have been a one-off. I hope it was, but it was like Date My Mum. So yeah, it's available on YouTube. I think one episode is where it's gay men. I don't know why, it could have been whoever, but it was gay men, and they have their mums go instead of them to date this potential suitor. And so the guy was like, "So what's he like?" And then this one mum of like a BDSM enjoyer was just like, like, how do I how do we get into it was just it's bizarre. But like, and there was this also this mum who was like consistently speaking, this was a middle-aged white lady consistently speaking in like mid-2000s slang, like faux shizzle, like, and it was so, it's so good. Highly recommend. If you feel like, I want to crawl inside my body, you should watch that. It's really, really good.
Can I say that MILF Manor is a terrible show?
Yeah.
Terrible. Like, imagine you could date some MILFs, but the contestants are other people's sons, and so everybody's there with their mom. The most famous line being, "You liked my breasts when you were young. I needed the milk, Mom. I needed the milk." Insane thing to say on national television as a 19-year-old. But they did make a gay version. And in the gay version, it's Twinks and Daddies.
Oh, I've heard of Twinks and Daddies! Oh, wow.
And it is, the presenter is from American politics. You may all know Stormy Daniels, which is just insane.
Yeah,
and
wild.
She's just hanging out. It's very, very low rent, but Jesus Christ, what an experience. 10 out of 10, loved it.
Are we allowed to talk about Naked Attraction?
I feel that was a given, Rachel. Hey, Rachel, I guess. What is Naked Attraction, in case someone hasn't heard of what that show is?
I have. You
yeah,
go.
go
Sorry,
on.
I have a story about it, but you go.
Okay, I'll do the basic premise because I want to hear the story.
Yeah.
The basic premise is that so these people are dating. You have one like contestant and 3 people behind a screen, and then for each round they raise the screen to show a third of the body. So
It's
at first-
insane that made it to telly.
yeah, in first it's like the bottom half actually, and then including all the bits, and then the next bit is like neck down, and then finally they reveal their face, and when they do, the contestant also has to come out naked, and then they very calmly oh yeah, I really like this about their body, and vice versa. It is wild.
Absolutely bonkers. Also, Emily would like everyone to know that she was asked to work on the show and had to turn it down.
She's in our private Discord saying, "Tell my story." Like, this is Hamilton. This is Emily's Hamilton here.
She was going to be the science researcher.
Wow.
I don't know what a science
kind of
researcher
science?
you'd need to be.
Yeah.
How warm to make the room?
Well,
They would always talk about their body hair, and different people have different body hair, or all the and just these differences are normal. So it kind of framed itself as we're body positive.
Yeah.
Honestly, I did watch a lot of
look
it.
at that.
Yeah, look at that. I was like, you know what? There are so many bodies of different shapes and sizes. That's amazing. However, I was watching it one time and I saw someone I knew.
From
From
where?
How?
From
do you know them?
the club. So I'm from Cardiff. And there's a nightclub called what's it called? It's across from King's that I can't remember what it's actually called. But there was this girl who adult lady who served shots. We called her shot girl, and she would just I never spoke to her because the music was so loud, but it was just kind of and then I was just living in the house with my friend who was also very gay, and then she just heard me scream from downstairs. I was like, "It's Shotgun! She's and
how many sections did you have to get through before you knew it was her?
Was it the top bit?
Oh, all of it. She got through to the last, the last
so
bit.
it wasn't you saw her from the knees down. You were like, "That's
There she
Shotgun."
is. There's Shotgun. No, no. I don't know what would be worse, but and I just had to be we were watching it, and I was like, should we turn this off? Should we turn? I don't know what to do. Oh my god. So that was bizarre.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Did you see her again
No.
in the
Never
shot
again.
girl capacity?
Never.
After the show, they take them out back and they just shoot them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not attractive
shot
enough.
girl.
It was a poor.
And on that note,
Yes.
shall we go to break?
Thank you all so much. We will see you in 5-10 minutes. Go. We will see you in 5-10 minutes. Come back and play more Paranoia. That's goodbye. I mean, temporarily.
And we're back for the second half of this wonderful, wonderful episode of Paranoid the Bachelor. And after what has been, a really difficult and complicated, emotionally complicated, and also narratively quite complicated series of events, we are now back into the fantasy suites. And what they would usually look like is some really low-rent hotel rooms while everybody says, "No, I've never heard of that." But instead, it is in fact don't hit my mic. There's a series of rolling hills, some archaic-looking ruins, a large stone tower in which you can just see the silhouette of Friend Computer, and unfortunately, at the bottom of the tower is a large. You want to say dragon, but what it looks like is essentially some kind of technically enhanced lizard. It is breathing fire of some description, but it feels like those might be coming for some sort of jets that have been inserted into it, rather than maybe something it can do itself. And we have 3 contestants standing at the bottom of the hill, looking at how they're going to reach the top of this tower. And I believe we have Arkansas from Kansas. Would you like to say hi? Yes.
Yes. As you can see, I am a youthful figure. I'm Gen Z, YOLO. I have a fit that is drip with swag, and I'm 23 next summer. I'm just here looking for love, like I put on my application. Someone to spend my long remaining years with. Would you like a word that's original? There you go, sweetie.
And standing next to Arkansas is Lakinale from Louisiana.
You wrote this.
Yes, hello. Hello,
I was
I'm
hoping not to have
Lakinale.
to pronounce it myself. That's on me.
Hello, I'm Lakinale. I'm from Louisiana, and I love to give advice. I think I'm a very, very good advice giver. I should have my own agony aunt column. And I also
And,
have a cat right here.
Hello, Kippers. And we also have Emily from Vermont, who's been here since before the ad break, in which you were all advertised love milk, I believe. What would you
I created it. Did you know that? I actually spend I do some alchemy in my spare time, and I made the love milk, and it's actually quite tasty.
What does it do?
What doesn't it do?
Me as Naomi, I'm asking because you know what? I don't want to know. Actually, I changed my mind. I don't. It's better if some mysteries
Better
of
to
the
ask
universe.
what it doesn't do. You know?
What doesn't it do?
You cannot give it to cats.
Okay.
Cannot give it to cats. Do not do
Famously
it.
lactose intolerant, even for love. We all know and understand this. Kippers, stay out of it. Great.
Oh,
What
God,
would you
what was
like
my
to
mouth?
do as you look upon this situation and you see the rose sitting on the windowsill of this great tower?
Well, usually my fantasy would be a National Trust cafe and like maybe a scone. But this is nice too. And look, there's a dragon. I think we should slay it. We should slay.
Boots the house down, Mama.
I don't know what that means. Genuinely.
Arkansas.
From Kansas.
From Kansas, yes.
Kansas, yes.
How was this summer for you? What
This
was the vibe?
Oh,
The
it
previous
was
summer.
It was a. I know. It was a brat summer.
I like peer into your eyes and like, maybe you are 22.
Okay. Okay.
So proud of myself.
Yeah, very good.
I'm proud of you, Shamini.
Thanks. I googled it in the break. I typed youth slang into Google and it gave me like a little summary.
And you know what? It misled you. And that's okay. That's okay, buddy.
Do you know what? Arkansas? I've got a little bit of advice for you. And I go up and I go really, really close to Arkansas's
What do you think
ear.
we should do?
I think you should talk about how much you love that young, strapping man, Cary Grant.
Oh, Cary Grant! Yes, the kids love Cary Grant. Friend computer, you remind me of Cary Grant because you're so cute and fit. No, I said fit. No, fit is clothes. You're lovely. You're just a darling.
I'm pretty sure she passed away, actually. That's quite upsetting to say. Princess Leia, yes? No?
Oh no, that's Carrie Fisher.
I see. Right, of course. Okay. Right. Well, I must say, my objective has been completed, and I have bits of my automaton, and I'm ready to leave. So, I'll just follow the two of you, and I'll pitch in if you need.
Friend computer, there's like a little you know the Teletubbies where sometimes they have that little speaker that comes out of the ground like a periscope?
Yeah.
And also Tubby Tusted, which is
I made that too.
It's the love milk I wished we had. A little speaker comes out and you hear the voice of friend computer is like, sorry, are you not having a good time? Are you not looking for love? Oh my god, you're not here for the right reasons.
I'm gonna, sensing my impending doom, will grab the hose thing, like I can talk back into it, I guess, and just be like,
Oh, no, you misheard. I am here for some lovin'.
Can you roll to gaslight, please?
yeah, right.
Also,
Okay.
just as an aside, dear watchers and listeners, Rachel just let us know that that Tubby Custard is what they called her back in the day. which is like, thanks. We love that for them. Thanks.
I love that. I got a 6 on the dice.
Okay, good. There's something about your disposition, it's not really giving gaslight gatekeep girl boss. It's giving gaslight gatekeep gas mask. And there's a puff of smoke that comes out of the speaker. And as you breathe it in, you
whiff it in. Yeah.
Yeah. You feel your insides start to liquefy, as if you were a caterpillar turning into a beautiful butterfly, but the butterfly never comes. In fact, there's just like a little shower drain, and you just sort of squiggle down it into non-existence, I'm afraid. Any last words?
Yes. What is it that the Wicked Witch of the West yells?
I'm melting! I'm melting!
And because that's the kind of also, I'm a clone. There's several more of me.
Thank you.
Another funeral to go to. Oh well.
That was somewhat alarming.
Okay.
Can we march to the castle, but at a very steady? Is there a bus or? Is there
You do see a bus stop, actually.
Right.
A very conveniently posted bus stop. And sitting at the bench is actually another contestant also waiting for the bus. And I believe it might be Arizona from Arizona. Is that correct?
That is correct. It's me, Arizona, from, well, I'll let you guess where.
Great. What would you like to do?
Oh, well, I suppose I'm waiting here all on my own to catch this bus. Would be nice if some lovely people were to come and pick me up and help me out.
Oh, she seems lovely, doesn't she? What a dearie. Do you think we should we should make friends with her, don't you think?
I don't think so. I think we should. Maybe this is silly. Maybe this is just a silly little thing that I want to do. But
what? Oh no! What?
I think we should push her in front of the bus. And wait, even better, I think you should do it.
Oh well, if you think it's a good idea, I mean,
I think it's an amazing idea.
You've been really helpful with the advice. So
you see a bus which appears to be just to be a load of guys from the car park pushing a big tank, essentially, like just because the bus wasn't available. But it does have the number 72 posted on it, so you know it is a bus.
The 72. I'm gonna approach Kansas quite slowly. Arizona.
It's Arizona.
From Arizona.
Sorry.
I knew it was one of them.
The names are a stupid in-joke for me, and all they've done is cause terrible trouble for everybody at the table, including myself.
And just very slowly, with my hands out, as a bat, just like.
Oh no! The number 79 is coming straight for me, and the bus 72. Is dangerously close to me as well.
Oh.
Would you like to?
You think I look 79? Oh, you charmer, you. Oh,
well.
I mean, I'm 22. Sorry, I got confused. I'm 22.
Shamini Bundell, would you like to roll a dice?
Sorry. She's very charming. That was a 6.
So I have some good news. This push, damn,
Nice.
she be pushing. Unfortunately, you do overbalance, and it's you didn't bring your stick, and falls are so dangerous, you know, and people are at risk of falls all the time, and unfortunately, you fall right under the bus.
I've got osteoporosis.
And we hear your bones turn to dust.
Oh.
As you were composted underneath this bus.
sure I have a good slang term for this. This is low-key goat.
Really? Because I thought it was
No,
high-key
it's not
bussin'.
goated. It's the opposite of that. It's
the
Ohio,
woat.
if anything.
It's woat. It's woat.
Woat?
Worst.
Ohio.
Worst. I don't know. That's another contestant, isn't it? Ohio. Is that not? Which one is Ohio?
I'm Arizona.
Oh, yes.
Fiona is off screen, but I can see her almost throwing up in the background here. She's having a great time, just so that you know. As am I. Rip Shamini.
Ohio.
You gonna Google Ohio now?
Yes, I am.
You might need to add the word slang to that, otherwise it's just gonna be the state that you get.
Oh, it's cringe.
Yeah.
Or skibbity.
So
Not
cringe.
skibbity at all.
Oh, it's not skibbity, sorry.
So,
Well, I'm finding this all deeply skibbity.
you are standing at the bus stop, thinking about how skibbity or not skibbity this is. When you hear sort of a purring coming from up the cobblestone path that leads to the tower, and there's a dust cloud that appears. Rachel just said to skibbity or not to skibbity. That is the question. And if you were on screen, I'd kill you myself. And we see Georgia from Oklahoma.
So the purring turns into a roar, the roar of a big, loud, obnoxious motorbike. But it's also kind of a juddering roar on the cobblestones. So it's and there's a kind of a boom boom as I pass over Arkansas's Arkansas, and I pull up alongside the bus. And I'm wearing a sleeveless leather jacket over a sleeveless denim jacket, over a sleeveless white tank top.
He's totally armless.
And well, on my arms, there is like a really bad stick and poke tattoo of like a bunch of people punching each other, and they are all kind of arranged into the shape of the words "bad" and "BXY."
Oh, it's a very gender newty boy.
Yeah.
I love that.
And it's and I kind of look over at the bus and kind of wink at friend computer and gesture for her to come join me on my mighty steed.
Friend computer yells out the window of her tower. If you were in the previous episode of this TV show, I'm in a tower and there's a dragon.
I break eye contact with Arizona, being like, oh, wait, and I'm gonna try to can I find some kind of like small hillock or other sort of tuffet
makeshift ramp. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, maybe there's like a hay cart that's like.
I think it's probably like there's ruins here, and there's probably like a wall that's like collapsed, and so you have like a sick, and there's like cathedral windows that you'll have to like go past in the background that the sun's coming through.
Yes, I will very, very disrespectfully ramp off this ruin and do a sick, nasty jump, and I'm gonna try and jump my hog straight, like my. It's what they call a motorbike.
Can you roll for your hog sick nasty, please?
Oh.
Can you roll for that sick nasty hog?
Can I get any pluses for my sick nasty
You can get
tats?
+2 for knowing about sick nasty hogs, for being a nasty boy.
So my nasty hog gets a 9.
Maybe it's not a 10, but it'll do.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try and ramp it up into one of the window, not the window where friend computer is. I don't want to hurt my precious darling love of my life.
We all know and understand this.
Mm-hmm.
It's a partial success. So you do that sick nasty 360 that we've been talking about on your hog that we have previously mentioned. But there is a clattering as you blow out the wall at the bottom of the tower, leaving it open, possibly for 2 other player characters to join you.
So I've blown out the wall at the bottom of the tower, and I'm trying to like ride the motorbike up the stairs.
Up the stairs,
while
yeah,
they try
exactly.
and catch up. Yeah. So it's all judder all the way.
It's a rather tight hole, but I'm sure we can slip straight through.
Emily, I'm holding you personally responsible for what's happening to me right now. Maddy!
You wrote these prompts.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to do flirtatious. It's just innuendo, right? Like it's just
innuendo. Let's go,
that's
Maddy.
the one.
Yes.
What are you doing at this moment? There is a hole that needs filling, I guess.
Oh.
I am going to skitter up the stairs as fast as I can, and once I catch up to Georgia from Oklahoma, I am going to see if I can surreptitiously tinker with the hog to make it possibly blow up.
Okay, I'm interested.
I'm going for the sabotage the other contestants.
Yeah, no, I'm about it.
strategy.
Can you roll me a dice for that? And you may try and convince me of various skills you may or may not have.
Okay. Well, I give bad advice, and I'm giving bad advice to myself that this is a good idea.
I don't think you're going to convince me with that. I would have given you +2 for being evil, but...
It's classic sabotage. It's sabotage.
Yeah. That is 8.
Okay. You go to sabotage this bike, and what you do is you puncture the gas tank. The bike comes to a sort of sad, kind of anticlimactic stop. It is incredibly heavy, and you cannot lift it any further up these spiral staircase.
My hog!
Oh dear, this is a terrible, terrible situation. Georgia, I think that you cannot go in front of friend computer without your beautiful hog, so you must fix it right up.
Whoa,
It might take you a while, because it looks like it's real banged up.
What do you mean? I'm more than enough of a a bad boy for friend computer. I don't need this beautiful machine that is a big part of my identity.
Of course you don't, darling. You're the second hottest in the room.
I think you just answered your own question there, honey.
I'll be right behind you. Just don't do anything romantic, okay? Just.
Oh no, he's going to be right behind us with his big leaking hog.
I hate this. You make your way.
I've been given nothing. Like, this is what we get. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I brought this upon myself. It's not you. It's just the universe that I'm crying out against. You begin to make your way up the stairs, and you know that bit where
I'm dragging the motorbike.
Thank you. Can you roll for me to see how much of a bad boy you are and how strong you are, and whether you have the beef for this or not?
Can I get a plus for the sleevelessness of my outfit? So I got some real kind of room to maneuver, no constricting of my body movement.
No, because you have crippling insecurity, which is a -2, so...
Fair. That's a 6.
Great. The two of you are coming up the stairs towards, you know the bit in Shrek where they're like, la la la, la la la, is the gossamer and shit.
Boudoir.
A boudoir. I was going to say an altar, but that's not what I meant at all. A boudoir full of various chiffons and white fabrics. And there is something happening behind you that you can't quite put a finger on. And Georgia from Oklahoma, your vest is keeping the heat in, and you're starting to feel yourself getting a bit warmer, actually.
Ooh, maybe I need to make this more sleeveless.
Maybe you're like thinking, man, should I have been shirtless this whole time? And then you realize that it's not you that's hot, actually. It's the dragon, who is smashing its way through the hole, claws in the side of this tower, making its way up, and she's going for the hog, and you with it.
I'm gonna go through a whole series of complex emotions. There is I need to fight this thing to prove myself to friend computer, and then there's no way I can fight this thing. But then there's no way I can back down. And so I'm stood there just kind of like frozen in place, like eyes flitting to friend computer, to the hog, to the dragon.
Paralyzed with indecision. She's dragging her balls. No, she swallows you and your hog whole.
Oh my.
And you are melted inside this technicatic dragon lizard thing that is swiftly following everyone else up this tower. However, goodbye, Khalil. However, when you reach the top, you actually see that there is a brick that's slightly out of place, and friend computer just taps it with a mechanical claw. And in comes Michaela Lee from Ohio. Oh, we've got a palette change.
Oh, sorry, I was busy. Good evening. I sort of slide in.
Oh.
Wonderful
Good
to
evening.
see you all. Oh yes, good. I am here now. Friend computer, it is an honor. Deep bow, smile.
There is a moment where you're sort of coming into this what feels like a very small room. You know, at this point you've not really been in that close proximity with each other or friend computer. And friend computer is looking a little bit shaken. You know that she's had to kill a lot of people to get here. And that's tough on a girl. And obviously we want to think that the first person we meet is going to be the one, but maybe that's just not the case. And she does her sort of video diary moment where she's like, I'm not sure if I even believe in love anymore. Like, what would you like to do in this moment as you hear a large lizard coming up the stairs? And friend computer looks despondently out the window.
Arizona is going to rush up to friend computer's absolutely shredded board.
Thanks.
And just drape herself lightly against friend computer and go, oh, you look like you've had a very difficult time of it, but you're weathering it so gracefully. That dragon, it's a curse placed upon this tower, but perhaps true love's kiss could break this curse. I mean, it sounds so silly, but I don't know. Maybe we should just go for it.
Can you roll for me? I will allow your +2 because of your type, which is flirtatious, by the way.
Really? 9.
A 9. Okay. There is a moment where you think, this is it. And you know what? Production's going to be stoked that there is going to be a kiss in this episode. But something about the way that you turn your head that just sort of leaves your neck open and exposed. Go on then.
I hope nobody takes advantage of this situation.
Slowly but surely, an ominous shadow appears behind. And you just feel like a horrible wet kiss on your neck.
Ah.
And then 2 little pinpricks. And you just turn and just like, I'm so sorry. Normally I introduce myself, but you were just so delicious looking in the moonlight. Maybe you and I can dance away in star-studded manner.
Which
Yes?
state are you named after?
Who knows at this point? But it doesn't
Oh,
matter. I have eyes
thought-
only for you.
I thought you might be Nevada because there's a large part of you that's going to be jutting into Arizona at some point today.
Friend computer
blush.
pushes you both out the
Yep,
window.
valid. So valid.
Oh my goodness, I didn't even have to do anything at all. They just cleaned themselves out.
Extremely
you
justified.
have a moment of fucked up physical intimacy, I guess, as you are falling 18 stories. Is there anything you'd like to say to each other in this last final moment?
McKaylee, look at me. If I don't kiss somebody before I die, they're going to detonate the bomb. Do you understand?
Oh, that sounds incredibly messy. But I love that kind of thing.
Well,
Just get me a kiss, and it'll all be fine. I'll turn into a bat and we'll be okay. I mean, yes. Whoops.
well.
So- Is someone getting kissed, and is someone turning into a bat? These are the important things I need to know at this time.
Arizona's desperately going in for a kiss.
Yeah. I'll take it. No.
Okay,
Incredible.
you're right. Are you turning into a bat?
Yes, of course I am. I've said it, so it happens.
Am I kissing a bat?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get rabies.
You would get rabies, but there's not enough time. You have this moment as you're like plummeting, having had your first and only kiss, with a little snub nosed bat. It's very cute, a little bit fluffy. And you look over and you see a robot with a camera and a little red button go, and you know intrinsically that you have saved the lives of everyone here, and maybe that's what love is about, self-sacrifice. And you have a moment to get through like half of that thought, before you hit the flagstones at truly an astonishing rate of knots.
Rapidly.
Yeah.
You
A
just hear me go.
a single tear. No,
You just
go.
hear me go 1
A single tear rolls down Arizona's face as she knows she's at least saved everyone else. The beloved friend computer.
Fiona, you're a bat, so you do not hit the ground at speed. And in fact, flit your way back up to the room completely undamaged.
Well, that was a shame. I'm back.
Oh, I'm delighted to see that you're safe and well.
You. Yes. And who are you?
My name doesn't matter.
Good.
My new name is Mrs. Friend Computer.
That can't be.
A rattle like the drag race rattle, ding 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 ding, and the tower itself starts to flatten and push out, and you see the lizard go romping back through the camera crew. He's clearly been completely distracted from what was happening. He's licking up the remains of Arizona from Arizona, and then going straight after the production crew. And the building starts to flatten, and you find yourself, instead of in this fantasy suite, you find yourself kind of in the end game. And you know it's the end game because it's a beautiful beach, it's sunset, and there is a little box with a hinge standing on a pedestal. And Friend Computer is now dressed in a full white wedding dress gown with the veil and everything, with her feet in the water and looking out to sea. And there's someone else standing on the beach, and I believe it's McKinleyana from first period.
I'm McKinley Agana from first period, and if anyone thinks that they can best me, I'd love to see it.
I think that Mrs. Friend Computer, because I cannot remember what
Don't worry
my
about
actual
it.
name is going to run up to Friend Computer, grab the box, and just immediately offer it and say, "I've never felt this way before. I think we could be really, really evil together. How do you feel about it? Do you want to be the Iago to my Jafar?"
Oh, it's a strong offer. Ah, shit. Can you roll for me, please?
Yes. That's a 10 on the dice.
Oh, hell yeah. A single nanonite tear rolls from Friend Computer's cheek as she goes, "Yeah, I do want to be evil together forever." And then the camera is swung sideways. I'm really sorry to do this to you, Emily. The camera is swung sideways, and we see a Friend Computer's ex standing with her own ring that production has clearly given her. I believe it's Georgia from Virginia. Hello?
Hello. I was speaking too high, I think.
Yep, you were. Yeah.
Cool. I'm Georgia from Virginia. Friend Computer, it's me. I miss you so. I have a ring. I found it myself. I mean, bought it. I want to know if you'll take me back. Because
Sorry. I'm a computer engaged to another evil woman, and you're entirely made of rats. I don't know if it's gonna work between us.
I'm just a rat. Stood on top of another rat. Stood on top of another rat. Stood on top of another rat in front of my friend computer lover. Asking if you'll be with me.
This rat is from the past. What we have is now. What we have is pure.
You know me. You love all 3,000 of me. Some might say that's too many rats, but we're all very small. So there.
Computer. I sort of make my way onto the beach. You just see now that the cloak I had, I have to pull it up. There's the spindly legs going onto the beach. Computer, they are offering you the past and the present, but I offer the future. I am an immortal myself, and was that not what you wanted? Someone to spend the rest of immortality with you, or just forever? I literally can do that.
I'm royalty. I am the Rat King.
And Computer, these girls are kind of weird. Like, I don't really know if you should be hanging out with them. But I guess if everybody bought a ring, then fine. We should all have a ring. These girls ain't even paying, bruv.
You give me the same vibe as me. I don't know why.
You're so right about them not being paying. Unfortunately, Friend Computer's been in some tough relationships before, and she's not having someone who will control her. And you realize this because the sand beneath you starts to shift. And
Whatever.
It's every 7-year-old's greatest fear, quicksand. And it sucks you beneath the sand in a way that quicksand probably doesn't in real life, but don't worry about it.
Ew!
And as your final words go, you disappear into the sand.
Oh. Wait.
There is a moment where Friend Computer stands on the beach, the past, present, and future all looking back at her. Now, I don't know if YouTube has the opportunity to do polls, so I'm really going to need chat to weigh in about who is the most favorite person and who... Yeah, if you can do a poll, Emily, that would be great. about who friend computer should end up with. Yeah. Fiona is doing the mime that Emily was doing, which is like a poll. And in that moment, I think that now we're really in the end game of this program. It is the chance for the last flashbacks and final pleas. Fiona, would you like to start since you went last previously?
Sure. A flashback of some sort. So you see all my best moments, which is mostly me falling from a tower and killing James's character, and then floating up as a bat. But it's all sort of like flashbacks to the thing, and I'm like, great, yes, one. And that's all it is. There's nothing more substance to it.
Beautiful. Do you have a last line that you would like to say to friend computer?
Yes. It is like, I want to be with you forever.
Very good,
yes.
very good. Georgia from Virginia.
I think that you see a bunch of photos and videos that have been taken from our personal social medias, which shows our previous relationship. It shows kind of friend computer looking around the sewer. You know, what am I doing here? Research maybe. And then that's where you find Georgia from Virginia. And then you see just a bunch of rats climbing on top of each other. And then all of a sudden we're the same height. And we live stream this. We live stream this for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And that's how we met. And just, you know, it's us at Disney World, a bunch of rats with a computer person. It's us on the beach, bunch of rats, can't emphasize it enough. And then it's a shot of like, once again, completely stylized, a friend computer, I presume, walking away from Rat Girl.
What is the shot of our breakup?
Yeah, so that's like I think it's almost like comic panels, but we put them on Instagram, and it's like initially it's you know, us just like one of my tiny paws on your face question mark
on my screen or whatever,
on your screen and whatever, and then the screen turns away and the little tiny hands reaching out. It's like a huge sleeve.
Okay,
yeah. And then it's friend computer walking away with zeros and ones on their screen or something, like, I don't know. And then it's the two little tiny hands on a rat face under a hood, just, you know.
Yeah, stunning.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Friend Computer.
Yes. So this is initially a montage of every single time that Mrs. Friend Computer has whispered into someone's ear with some horrible advice, and it's all slow-mo. It's very sensual. Some of them are in black and white, some of them are in sepia, just to mix things up a bit. And then finally we land on a shot from the present of Mrs. Friend Computer leaning in to whisper into Friend Computer's robotic ear, and she says, "The best advice I ever got was from my mama, and it was to follow my heart. And guess what? My heart is you."
Stunning. How is our poll going? What is the verdict?
Naomi, I think you need to break the tie.
Oh shit.
No.
Oh shit. Currently a tie? Damn. Okay. There is a we see the phone votes coming in. It is the finale. Lou, if you want to vote, you better do it now. And there is this really sad, like, on the beach thing where it's like, you've always given me such terrible advice, and I appreciate that, but I just think I need to take my own advice this time. And they put you in the car, and unfortunately, Mrs. Friend Computer no more. You are just like, you're shipped off to become an Instagram model, no problems. And standing on the beach, there is sorry, I just saw the chat, and people are going a bit bonkers in there. I love that. And she looks at you, pile of rats, and says, I love what we had. You know? I loved sewer. I loved tiny pieces of cheese.
Who doesn't?
I loved 300 tiny pairs of hands.
3,000.
3,000 tiny pairs of hands.
I think that's too much, but no.
But there's something inside me that needs something else. And I think it's my blood. And she turns to Dracula.
Before you two, could I just reach out and just be like, from Ratatouille to Ratatouille, you. I forgive you, and then I melt into a sewer grate, and I'm a bunch of rats.
Go into the sea.
Yeah. I'm gone.
And it's just us standing on the beach, with the ring, and I put it on your bony finger, and I say, you have to bounce on it.
Winner, chicken dinner.
And that is where I'm gonna end this terrible thing that we created. And if you haven't seen Nosferatu, you won't get that, but trust me. Now, we are now going to cut. It is the tell-all. All of our contestants are there. We're all on screen, and we get to see everybody, and everyone gets to be like, oh my god, she was a bitch the whole time. Thank you, Zach, for putting crazy style in the chat. Thank you all for playing. I had a terrible time, and I really appreciate you all for coming on that journey with me. Shamini, I will throw it over to you because this is ostensibly your house that I'm sullying.
I love this game. I've never played this game before. This is a great game. This is excellent. This is wonderful. There were some people said some things that I didn't understand, and I'm not.
I know, baby.
I'm gonna not Google.
Yes.
No googling. We have some exciting announcements coming up. We've got some exciting things to tell you all, but first of all, we have some very exciting plugs for all the shows and projects that these wonderful people, amazing guests who are so talented. Stop it, talent. We want to know where to find you on the internets and what you're up to. Let's start with Khalil.
Hello, I have been and will continue to be Khalil Thirlaway, he, him. With Rachel, we are each 1/5 of Science and Sorcery, which is another roleplay channel that you can find us on, and actually many of the lovely people on the screen have also been on that channel. You can also find me sometimes on other people's channels. If you like the sound of my voice but don't like the look of my face, you can try out Our Broken Planet or Wild Crimes, the two podcasts that I made for the Natural History Museum, which are about the kind of politics and social side of wildlife issues. Or you can find me at Dr. Talks a Lot on Blue Sky.
Lovely. And Rachel.
Hello, I'm Rachel Williams. Also part of Science and Sorcery. We've got some really exciting stuff coming up, including our Pride and STEM stream for Wales, which Liv will be part of, and some Mappa Monday stuff, which is really exciting. You can see me in person at the Royal Institution on the 3rd of March, where I'll be doing some comedy based on some of the Christmas lectures. So if you like chickens and ears, then get involved. And you can also grab a copy of the children's book, All Brains Are Wonderful, which is out now, which I've provided my scientific neuroscience expertise on to talk about neurodiversity. So yeah, grab a copy, hopefully see you somewhere. And you can find me at Sci with Rach, that's Sci like science, SCI with Rach on Blue Sky or on Instagram or anywhere really. See you.
Oh, that's wonderful. And Liv.
Yes. Hi, I'm Liv Kennedy. Thank you so much for having me. This has been wonderful. What chaos. I'm part of Three Black Halflings, which is a TTRPG show about being
Black people in the TTRPG space and just pop culture and funny things. So, yeah, we're currently in the middle of our City of the Black Rose Season 2 campaign. And it's like coming out right now, and it's really good. I know I'm in it, but it's real good. We've got some like really cool like guest stars, like Brennan Lee Mulligan, like kicked things off, which is huge. And like so many amazing people, so you should definitely go check that out. So that's number 3, Black Halflings, and I'm also at Does Dark Magic. On pretty much everything, or Liv Kennedy. And I also have restarted streaming. I'm properly back into it. I'm doing Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And I'm twitch.tv/Olivia Does Dark Magic. Thank you.
That's awesome. James Barbarrosa.
Hello, I'm James Barbarrosa. I would like to make a public apology for my behaviour. Okay.
You've never done it before. Why start now?
Why begin now? Hi, I'm James Barbarrosa. I am part of Realms of Peril and Glory. We do many different game systems. We tell many different stories. Maddy is involved, and Shamini is involved, and Naomi is involved. Fiona. So we everybody that you know and love is present. We just did a wonderful Solemn Veil, DM'd by Fiona, of course. Maddy and Shamini and myself are doing Cyborg, which is really wonderful. And if you want to listen to something that doesn't have me in it, Naomi is in Liminal, Shamini is a frequent guest, and everybody has a great time. So you should really check it out. It's Realms Pod on socials. It's Realms of Paranoia and Glory on your
James
podcatcher of
makes
choice.
beautiful original music for it.
Heck yeah.
I do make the original music for it. So if you are curious about that, please do check it out. I'm Barbarrosa Phone on Blue Sky and scarce else these days. So there we go.
Lovely. And Maddy.
Hello, I have been Maddy Searle. You can find me on Blue Sky and Instagram at Maddy is Abstract. And another thing that James has provided beautiful music for is the theme song for A Game of One's Own, which is my solo and duet TTRPG podcast. And I have had guests from this very, very stream on it, playing duet games. I go into my little cave corner and play solo games all by my lonesome. I recently released a 2-part series of Forgery, which was very dark and creepy. So, but there's stuff for every taste in the feed there. So yeah, please do subscribe if you fancy it. And yeah, thank you so much for having me. I've had a delightful time.
And Naomi Clarke. Just
Hi,
yeah,
I've been Naomi
yeah.
Clarke. You can find me all over the internet at Naomi Thinks It. If you want to see my sad show, you can find it at The Kilda. You can also find me on Realms Plod. Realms, Jesus. I was doing so well. I was doing
Realms
so
Blood.
well.
Realms Blood. That's what we're calling it from now on. It's sticking.
I'm sorry,
Realms
Zach.
Done.
On
Happened.
Realms Pod in Liminal, where I play your boy Monty Freaker Barker, the Chicken Nugget Wizard. Or you can find me on Vale, where I play a little snotty girl, or in our live show, where I play Pip Gladwin's worst nightmare. And if you want to catch me, it's at Naomi Thinks It, pretty much everywhere all the time. Thank you kindly for coming and playing.
Lovely. Now, before we tell you some exciting things, I feel like we should do our Patreon thing.
Yeah.
Fiona, do you have the list?
Guess what? It's already up. It's been up since
Amazing.
the break. I knew this was gonna
Okay.
happen.
Fiona's on it because I do not. I'm not on it. And what we're going to do is we're going to roll. We're going to get 2 patrons. And we're going to ask you guys, anyone can shout out, who in the world of Friend Computer Bachelor Town would our randomly picked patrons be? They can be characters, NPCs that we've seen. They can be characters whose existence is merely implied, or ones that you just want to invent. So who's our first patron, Fiona?
Sure, I'm going to roll a d10. And it just says trying to get the actual dice. I didn't realize I was rolling for it. Okay.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
All right, no, I got the list up.
Putting
I
it all
clearly
on
should have
you,
thought about
yeah.
rolling it. So that is 2 on the dice. So we have Sam Langford is the Sam Langford.
I like most people.
Okay,
I
okay.
know Sam.
Can I? Because there are some. Okay, there are some guys we didn't use, and so I'm like ready. I would like to designate him McKinley from Texas, who is a horse girl. And his dark secret would be Pony Soprano, your soul horse, died when the barn burned down on Christmas Day.
My God,
That's very sad.
I mean,
So accurate.
yeah, as someone who has their own entire channel of sad games, that
Right?
is
That's why I chose it.
Oh.
It's not because the name
Oh.
Pony
Yeah.
Soprano was so good and I didn't get to see it
Oh, it was
used.
Pony Soprano. Very good.
Oh, I get it. Oh, it's Pony Soprano. Okay, I get it. Okay,
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
Okay, that's good.
not
I just
from
got it.
Montana.
Yeah, we're there. We're there with you slowly, eventually. Yeah, it was good. Okay, right, let's pick someone else. Who else have we got?
the next person I've rolled is Keegan Amri.
Oh.
Okay. I have a second one, sorry.
Does anyone else before Naomi gets too
Before Naomi
enthusiastic,
turns them.
does anyone else have anything they desperately want to do?
Honestly, I just want to see more of these
Naomi, come on.
unhinged cards.
Hit us with it then.
I was going to go with Jenna Leanne from Colorado, who would be playing a singular bee, whose dark secret was the obsessive flowers and finding sources of sugar to take back to the hive.
I love that.
Awesome.
That's beautiful. That's a lovely one.
Would have paired well with the person turning into a giant bug.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. I also had a caveman whose dark secret was just ugh.
Very good.
And a
characters.
cowboy who doesn't know how to ride a horse and he's very insecure about it.
I was Shamini, you were wearing a cowboy hat and I was so
Got my hat
excited.
ready
I
just
know,
in case
I know.
you needed the cowboy. But love was in the air. The Dracula was the chosen one. We have a lovely time here on the RPGeeks, if you couldn't tell, with lots of lovely guests. And we do have a few shows coming up that we just want to let you know about. Make sure you don't forget. I definitely know what they are, but Fiona, do you also know what they are?
Wow, look at that segue. Yes. Well, next week it's just gonna be family. It's gonna be RPGeeks, myself, Shamini, and Emily.
The RPGeeks only stream.
Yeah, the RPGeeks only
No
family
pressure.
stream. No pressure for Emily, because Emily is going to be running us through for next week and the week after a 2-shot of Mappa Mundi, the sort of ecological one-shot, well, not one-shot, sort of RPG that's kickstarting just now. We've also got in between the 2 sessions, so that's next Tuesday and the Tuesday after, we're going to have a bonus stream with George from Free Sale Studio as well, talking about like the game and all that. That's going to be a lunchtime stream. It's in between those things. The date off the top of my head, I can't remember, but that will be happening too. Yes, yeah, put it in the chat, Emily, because I can't.
Emily's not here, but she does know when it is.
Sorry, the producer's in my ear. But
she will
we're
tell
doing
us.
that as well. Yes, so those are our next couple of streams coming up, which is very exciting.
Lovely. And then after that, on the 4th of March, we have our Blood on the Clock Tower first Tuesday of the month. We're live streaming on Tuesdays. If you like to watch us live, don't forget, put Tuesday, which is definitely now called Cheeks Day, in your diaries. And if you are following us elsewhere at RPGeeks D&D, then hello to you also. It's a lovely world out there. And one final massive thanks and shout out to our patrons for supporting us. You can join them and get behind the scenes content and various exciting snippets at patreon.com/RPGeeksD&D.
Including the session 0 we've done for Mappa Mundi. It should be
yeah.
going live at 10 p.m. tonight. So check that out.
Yes, we did it today. We were like,
did it
let's
today. It's going
go.
out tonight.
Let's put it out live, right? Because this is us announcing Mappa Mundi. This is us sending you the session 0. You get a lovely advanced sneak peek of the delicious characters we've come up with. It's wild.
One thing I will say, let's do a massive shout out to the producer of the stream, one Emily Bates, who
not
was
here.
organising us. Well, if she was here, I mean, give a massive shout out for sorting us out,
If
going
we
through
could
various
see
doors.
her.
You
Yeah.
can see her.
Which we can't because she's
Oh.
not here.
Oh, look at that. What lovely gesture she's giving us. Oh, kisses. That's really great. Oh, yeah.
Oh wow!
the
Wow,
ending.
those are expressive.
I'm not
I didn't
going to
even know
Google
about some of
those.
those.
Wow.
Every
I don't
day's a
even know
school
what
day.
that means.
Yeah. I didn't know she knew sign language. Anyway.
And Wednesday, the 19th, is when we're having the chat with 3 Cell Studio about the Mupp and Mindy stuff.
you
Someone
go.
put it in chat. It wasn't Emily because she's not
It
here.
wasn't Emily Bates, no. But yeah, it's a
thank you.
lunchtime chat that will be, though, not in the evening. But we'll make
Yes.
sure all the socials will say it as well.
Yes. Posting it everywhere. Right, let's have one final big cheer for our wonderful guests for Paranoia Valentine's Edition. You absolutely nailed it. And to everyone watching, thanks so much, and we will see you next time. Everyone have a wonderful rest of your evening. Bye.
Bye.